Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, I'm coming to you barefaced. Today we will be doing the full face of makeup challenge for $50 or less. I believe I spent $48, like $52 or something on this full face of makeup, and I did order all of these products from Ulta. There's only one product that I will be trying today that I have used previously, so this will also be a first impressions. I have not tried any of these products on my face, so I'm very excited to get into it with you guys. Okay, let's get into it. So the first product I have is the Fit Me Foundation Dewy and Smooth in the shade 110 Porcelain. So I have used a Fit Me foundation, but not the Dewy and Smooth one, and this one had incredible reviews on Ulta's website. So that's kind of how I picked these products, was the cheapest with the best reviews is what I tried to get. So these all had really good reviews. I didn't get anything that had negative reviews, or too many negative reviews, because there's always going to be some, let me tell you. But I got in the same shade that I used in the other version of this foundation, and this one looks a teensy bit dark. A lot darker than the other one, so we will just have to do a thin layer and make do with that. Okay, next, so I can just get it out, I have my setting powder. I went and got the e.l.f. I think it's just priming and finishing powder, and I got it in the shade Fair Light. So packaging, definitely not that great, but it had good reviews like I said, and I believe this was like a couple of dollars. So we will see how that goes. And then other thing, this is the one thing I have tried and I have talked about on my channel, is the e.l.f. Full Coverage Satin Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Warm. So like I said, this is the one thing I had talked about and have tried out for myself before, but I will say that there are not many options for cheap concealers that are actually highly reviewed, highly ranked on Ulta, and this is one of them, so we'll cheat a little with that. Okay, so that's all of my like base face things. So let's go ahead and apply those, and then we'll get into the other aspects of the face. So I'm gonna take my Fit Me foundation. First impressions of this is I really like it. As you can see, it does have a really nice dewy finish initially. We'll see how that dries down as I do my concealer, but I will powder just because like I am someone that powders. So yeah, so far I like it. The color is not as bad as I was anticipating. I like the texture of it. I like it smoothed out a lot of my complexion. As you guys saw, I have a couple of breakouts at the moment, but you know, it happens to all of us. So I think, yeah, it smoothed out a lot of the discoloration and texture I had going. So far, I really like it. So next up, we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is the hydrating one. So we'll see if it hydrates and if it conceals. This is incredible. I definitely think, I mean, this is, I know for a fact, $6, so definitely worth your money. I will say, paired with that foundation, no complaints. So now we go to powder. We're gonna be using the e.l.f. one. This one is very affordable. And e.l.f. always has a special place in my makeup lover's heart, just because when I was like in middle school just starting out with makeup, my parents told me I could like spend like $10 or $15 and order some makeup online, and I remember I went to e.l.f. because then everything they had was $1, maybe $2 at most. So I just ordered a full face of e.l.f. makeup and went to town and absolutely loved that. So every time I use e.l.f. products, I do get a little bit sentimental, but I have never used this one, so we will see. I'm gonna try to put it over, I think it has a little bit of coverage to it, so put it on some of my acne areas for extra coverage, and then we will be powdering under the eyes and then lightly all over the face. Okay, so far, I mean, we'll see how it keeps the oils and everything at bay, but so far I actually really like it. It did have a nice layer of extra coverage. It seems to be really finely milled, like no creasing. It's sitting really lovely, so we will see what happens. Next up on the list, let's go in my order. I will do eyebrows and then like the rest of the face. So we have some more e.l.f., some Essence, and some Wet n Wild, and these I've been wanting to try for quite some time now, so I'm really excited. I have the e.l.f. Fiji Matte Bronzer Blush Duo. This is so we can save some moolah on the face today, just because I didn't have to buy 2 separate things, and this was very, very affordable. I'll also be going in with the Wet n Wild Golden Flower Crown, which I've never tried a Wet n Wild highlighter, but I've heard fantastic things. They were sold out of the one that most people like, which I can't remember the name of at the moment, but I always like a good gold highlight, so we will see what happens. And then for brows, I got the Essence Eyebrow Definer in Blonde. I will say I usually use Anastasia Beverly Hills brow products in taupe and not blonde, so they did not have a taupe at least available to me to order, so this might be a little bit light, but again, we will make do. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows. Not bad whatsoever. Like I said, I'm not used to using a pencil, so I think they're a little bit different looking than I'm used to. They look a little bit heavier, but it's really easy to use. I am happy that I got the lighter shade because I can fill in my moles, as I told you guys I do, my beauty marks. So it did an okay job at that. Next up, we're gonna do blush and bronzer. This is more of like a contour for me, and it's a very like wow blush, so we're gonna have to be pretty light-handed, make sure I'm set right there so we're not gonna have too many problems, but let's see what happens. I'm gonna go with the bronzer first. Choose yet, so now blush. So blush went on really nicely. I did a really light hand because it's such an intense shade in the pan, but yeah, it actually looks really nice. So last but not least with the face, let's go ahead and try out the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. Okay, so I really like that highlighter. I'm surprised, just because I usually like more soft to the touch highlighters, and this one is pretty like hard and stiff when it's in the pan, but it goes on with that brush beautifully. So I don't know if you guys can see how much I'm glowing, but I really do like that. So I'm gonna go over just the apples with a little bit of my blush brush, no extra product, just to make sure that we're blending. It's not, you know, what is it, Neapolitan ice cream on my cheeks. We wanted to kind of, okay, so for eyes, I have 3 products I'm pretty pumped to try. The first is the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette in Reload It Neutrals 2. So this one was on sale. These are usually, I think, like $8. This one was on sale for like $3. I think I'm gonna try to do just like a warm, kind of peachy, rosy color look on my eyes. And you guys are like, what else would you do with that? That is a good question. Well, I'll let you know what colors I'm using here in a moment. The other thing I got is the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Hot Chocolate. Last but not least, this is what I'm most curious about, is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Let's get into the eyeshadow. With this shade down here. So far so good, no complaints. Again, I think that shade went on a lot darker on the eye than I was expecting, but so that's interesting. I think next up I'm gonna go in with this shade. I don't know if I'm crazy, but aren't these colors all kind of looking the same? Where they look very different in the pan, but then you put them on and they look very similar. Darker shade down here and see how that goes, just because the other two, I guess, were they were very different in the pan, but they came across very similar. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that these eyeshadows are not my favorite. Of course, I'm gonna finish up the eye look, blend it out, and add that shimmer shade on my lid, and I will be right back. Okay, so I don't think the eye look turned out the worst. I had some highlighter on the inner corner and on my brow bone, and then we will get to eyeliner. So now we're gonna go in with our brown chocolate eyeliner, hot chocolate eyeliner from Essence. This could be a real winner. Of course, eyeliner, you definitely have to see how it wears, but it went on so unbelievably buttery smooth, so easy to apply. The fact that it's a twist up, like, I love the color. If this lasts and doesn't drip to my face or have some dramatic thing happen with it, then this will be one of my new additions to my collection for everyday makeup, because I love how the brown looks compared to black. And I also think just the application of it was so easy, so seamless, so fingers crossed for this. That's incredible. I will say too, just before I put on my mascara, I'm actually kind of liking how my eyeshadow turned out. So I might have been too preemptive to judge this eyeshadow palette. I definitely will have to play around a little bit more with it in later videos or just in my real life and let you guys know. And a little too harsh earlier on, but I am liking how my eyes are turning out, so I just thought I would put that in there. Now on to the Essence Lash Princess mascara. Guys, where have I been on this mascara train? This is really, really good. It makes you feel like you have a lot of control on your application and of your lashes. It gives a long yet full effect, and it's really easy to use. I'm gonna let this sit for just a second and add a little bit more just to see how it builds. So far, I'm really liking this makeup, actually. I think it looks really flippin' good, especially for that price tag. I believe it's $2 to $3, maybe $4 at most. So I would definitely pick this up. One of my favorite mascaras I've tried in a while. I like this a lot. But not least for our makeup look today, and then we will do some fun pictures or videos of the final look, is lips. And I'm very excited for both of these products as well. So I went ahead and purchased the NYX Professional Makeup Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Cans. I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's a really, really beautiful, like everyday rosy kind of color. So we will see. And then to accompany my Cannes vacation, I went and got a NYX Butter Gloss in Praline. I just outlined them. I am also gonna fill in, just because I don't know how like potent, is that a good word? I don't know how pigmented the butter gloss is because I've never used one. So just in case that you can see right through it, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my lip. Look very well and pretty smooth to go on. It feels like it would last a long time. I had a little bit of trouble on my top lip, but again, not an expert, so on the bottom lip it glided right on. So let's try the butter gloss. Now again, this is in the shade Praline, so let's see how it goes. I'm very excited about this. I see why they call it a butter gloss. Oh my god. That's incredible. So it does have a good amount of coverage to it. Pigment is in this, so good to know, but you can definitely still see my lip liner kind of shining through. So that also could be because they're different colors, so keep that in mind. But man, it smells like cupcakes or like vanilla. It feels incredible on my lips. Like it feels like I just put on a Burt's Bees liquid chapstick kind of situation. It feels amazing. So definitely a fan of this. This might be making its way to my purse. I am not going to lie. I really, really like it. Okay, everybody, so I actually really like how this look turned out, and I cannot believe that this whole entire look cost me less than $50, considering, I know that's still a lot of money, but considering that I have many products in my collection that are some of them twice that cost, at least starting out at $50. So to get a whole look that I actually really like for a total of $50, that is incredible. And the thing I absolutely love and will be continuing to use is the Dewy Smooth Fit Me foundation. This is incredible. I feel really good. Has SPF in it. I just love the formula. I love how my skin looks up close. I took a minute off camera to like really examine everything on my face, and this is one of the highlights for sure. Also, the e.l.f. concealer. I already knew this, but it sticks up to its name. Another favorite, it's hard because I liked a lot of these, is the mascara and the NYX Butter Gloss. I mean, it's hard. I really liked everything. Really just one product that I wasn't completely blown away with, but again, remember, this is a first impression video, so if I reuse these or try them again, I might have a different impression, but upon first impression, I was not a huge fan of the Revolution Neutral Reloaded Neutral 2 palette, but I will be giving this another chance because I do think it is a good deal for all that you get in there. I love my look. I love how everything turned out, and I'm very impressed. So I challenge you, if you have $50 or $30, whatever you can do, and see what you can put together, because I think that you will really amaze yourself and you are capable of a lot more than you realize. So I will do some up close shots, but thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you are staying happy, healthy, and safe during this time, and that you have fun with some makeup today. Thanks. I'll see you next time.